Hey, welcome back to Convention Shenanigans. I'm T.Dang, and we have our guest here,
Katie.
Katie, and Mike Fuji in the back with
Yeah,
some
look.
headphones.
Yep. As always.
Yep.
So, yeah, I apologize for being, I guess, late with the next episode.
Who
It's
fault is
been
that?
roughly 3 weeks since our last episode.
I watched all your past ones, and they're actually really entertaining. So, uh, my subscription box is flooded, so I would have to
Oh.
personally go to your channel to actually see if you posted something. I'm subscribed to at least maybe 70 different people. I need to go in and unsubscribe to half of them. So.
Well, I appreciate it. Since then, we did a few other things. We had our Loot Crate unboxing, and we also had the Charlotte Comic-Con convention that we just went to. Sadly, T.Dang wasn't able to join us for that. But that's actually where we met through mutual friends as well.
Yes.
Sadly, some of them couldn't be there. But for everyone who did was able to join, we had a lot of fun, especially for such a small con.
Yes.
Usually cons are a one-day event, $5 entry. It's really small. There's only one room. There's really no panels at all. It's just a big market day, and everyone kind of hangs out and does their own thing. And that's pretty much what we did all day. There's a few photo shoots going on, but overall, what did you think of the Charlotte Comic-Con convention?
I thought it was really fun. I went a couple years ago, like 4 years ago, to the con, and at that time, if you wore a cosplay, it would be free, and then if you didn't, it would be $5. It was in a different place as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it was the first time
First
here.
time, yeah.
And so they were even saying that we're winging it. We're not sure what we're doing. When they did their costume contest, they were like, just bear with us. We never done this in this location before. So, but overall, I think it worked out well for them.
I think too. And there's just a big room for all your shopping you needed to. Mike said, there was only one room in a hallway. And so, arts and people who handmade stuff would be on the outside, which were a couple booths. And then all the comics, all the pre-made stuff were inside this giant room. You just walk in a circle.
And did you want to announce what cosplay you were wearing that day?
I was wearing my Saber cosplay that I made. It was her full armor set and her dress. It's her regular set of armor, not like her Lily one, although that one is pretty cool. I like her Lily armor. But I just did her regular Saber outfit. I made it out of craft foam, and so that's my second time wearing it. I wore it at the Triad Con in, I think it was February. I believe the Triad Con was February. And so that was the first time I wore it there. And so after that one wear, it got kind of weared down and torn a bit, so I had to fix it. My sword even got broken, actually.
Your sword got broken?
Yeah, the handle of my sword got broken because I was
around too much?
Yeah. I have the picture of when it actually broke because I was being a little too rough with it.
So you were just swinging around and...
Not swinging it around. I was kind of just posing with it.
Oh, gotcha.
And my friend was kind of holding it, and he let go of it, so it went and hit him in the head, and it put, not hard, but it put a little pressure, too much pressure on my handle itself, so it kind of just broke, it ripped.
Well, all this is always a learning curve. Yeah. Obviously, with this breaking it this way, how would you go about to make sure it won't break next time? What would you do differently, or how would you fix it?
I would fill it better because it was just kind of a paper roll, and then the supports for the sword and the bottom half of it kind of was empty because I was on a budget, and I used the cheapest materials I could, even though I still probably spent good $100 on everything. But how I would fix it, I'd never actually fixed it by the Comic-Con. I completely forgot about it. And so I kind of just repainted over the rip that was showing white, blue, and was careful the entire time, not swinging around my sword, holding it near the handle guard. So that's what I did.
Well, what you made it out of?
I made the actual blade part out of foam boards, where you can find it out of, you can find it in the Dollar Tree for like $1. And you would just cut it. It's really lightweight. It took 3 layers to get it to like the width and I wanted to. The guard itself was also made of foam. And then I went to spray paint the foam.
You spray paint the foam?
And it was a little too close. And I learned the hard way. And I learned that if you're spraying foam with spray paint, you have to be more than 30 inches away, so it wouldn't melt the foam. And so I didn't do that, and I sprayed it on, and it just melted away. Just melted away. And so I didn't know what to do, and then I decided maybe plaster would work, and so I started covering it with plaster, and it worked. It's not like a fine blade. It has a bunch of like dips in it and everything, but I like it because it looks like it's wear down like from war damage. So I'm okay. I'm okay how it is turned out. So, but I know different ways to make swords now and how to actually properly paint them. So I researched a lot more. Should have researched more. But
well, trial and error, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all trial and error. The first time I've ever tried spray painting styrofoam or any kind of foam, did the exact same thing. It started shriveling up, and I was trying to get around that. So, I was trying to put a particular layer over it. That didn't work either. It just, as soon as it hit, it just shriveled up. I was like, ah. And actually, you also mentioned that the fabric you use for Saber's, I guess, underdress, what was that made out of?
A curtain from
Curtains?
a curtain fabric from Goodwill.
Well,
yeah, and that always works.
No, it
Cosplaying
works.
doesn't have to be expensive. You can always use what you have. And I think a lot of new beginners, they get bent over that. They're thinking, this is going to cost me a fortune. I have to go out and buy this type of fabric only. I'll have to do it this way. And that's not always the case. Just use what you have laying around. Everything you have can be used. And once they realize that, it's going to be so much easier for them. And I think it's just a mental block. Once you get that out of the way, it's going to be a lot more fun than what it's the first time you're doing it. Because you're thinking about your budget. You think about, I can't do this, can't do that. Just have fun with it. That's what it's supposed to be about.
yeah.
See, with me, what I did, so I had a babysitting job at that time, so like 2 weeks would give me $50, so I was saving that up. And so I didn't really have a budget. I just got what I needed. But then I also researched a lot before I even started. Like, I discovered Warbler, and I was thinking there has to be a cheaper version of Warbler. And then I found can't remember what it's called, but it's slightly different. It's like you have to they're little beads, and you have to melt them in hot water. But that's more for like smaller details, like if you want to make fake teeth or whatever, or if you want to make fake nails and everything, like certain kind of nails that you can't find with acrylic nails. So those are for small details. And then I discovered craft foam, which is what I used for my Saber cosplay. Get a pack, I think 12 at Walmart for only like $7. Come in small sheets, and they're about yay big. And they're easy. You can form them a little bit with heat, but they won't stay perfectly round like Warbler does, so you'd have to kind of just make small curves with them. What I ended up doing is putting them on forming them, and then I kind of just taped them for the moment, and then I connected them with hot glue, and I made all the pieces so I can just slide them on. Even the chest plate, there's no latches on the side. I just put it over my head. But with the side armor, the side pieces, hip guards, I put it on. I found an old belt that I never used, put Velcro on them, put Velcro on the pieces, so I can just Velcro the side pieces on.
For me, I would use hot glue.
I was
Maybe
running
stuck
out.
on there.
I was running out of hot glue at that point. I got
Oh.
a pack of 50. I have 2 left from that one cosplay.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
And a little hacks I learned, I was from researching all of this, is in guard you have the nails, I can't remember what they're called, hinges or something like that. You would put that would connect like certain pieces, and so I started using googly eyes and just painting them silver.
Googly eyes.
Googly eyes, and on my arm pieces and the rivets. They're called rivets, and I would just hot glue them on and paint them along with this guard, and they would look like rivets. Or I'd use those little tacks, those golden tacks you'd find that you'd put in like vanilla folders.
Yeah, I know exactly what you know. The little bendy,
Yeah.
thin metal strips.
Yeah.
And I would also use those if I wanted to connect pieces. So if I needed to connect, like my chest arm piece, the pieces that are on top are connected to the back, like main layer with those. So
Nice.
I learned a lot of hacks from just that one cosplay.
And how's maneuverability with that? Do you feel like you can bend or turn certain ways?
I think
Or
it's
is it really?
really comfortable.
Oh,
With the
great.
arm pieces, though, every once in a while I would have to pull them down or pull them up because they're a little loose. And then sometimes they wouldn't let me bend or whatever because they would go too high. Sometimes they would slip off.
Yeah.
I also made gloves with I just took black gloves and make little like knuckle pieces that you would normally have on like regular arm things. But I didn't want to make a whole. I've seen some people make full like hand pieces that are all Warla or all craft foam. But I wanted movement, so I just took black gloves, and on top of it, I just glued down the knuckle pieces, and so it looks like I'm wearing the glove, arm, hand things, whatever they're called.
Yeah, at the same event at the Charlotte Comic Con, there was this one costume. It was a Spider-Man Lego ordeal. If you remember that one.
I saw that one.
It was so hilarious watching him trying to walk around because he was like,
He's just wobbling.
he's just wobbling everywhere. He couldn't get
Like a Lego
indoors.
piece.
It's a block. All you do is this.
Pretty much. And it was, I felt so bad for him because you think, all right, yeah, he's only walking around, but when you're in that costume for 5 hours
Yeah.
and you can't move, you can't go indoors. I actually couldn't imagine.
And he got called up onto the stage for one
For
of
the
the
award,
costume
yeah, and
contests. And
What?
like, did he even go up stage?
I don't think he went up to the stage and they handed it to him.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't think
he couldn't make it up there.
No, because
he
yeah,
couldn't
they
make
said
He can't bend his knees.
yeah, his movements were so restricted. So it's just yeah, you can sacrifice one or the other depending how your costume is. And Tony, if you remember when at Ichiban, this is one girl with her
Yeah.
shoulder blades. Remember those? Those were
Wide.
those
and
were wide. I think
the
for span
hallway,
to span, it's probably at least 6 foot span to
I
span.
think I
You
saw
can't
that
even
one.
walk
I was,
in. 'Cause
Yeah, that's why she had to walk
hours there.
sideways.
Yeah.
I think I saw that because I was at Ichiban Con. That was like my very first cosplay a couple of years, like cosplay, my very first anime convention. Well, also technically my very first cosplay was a school uniform of from Fruits Basket, so which was like one of my first animes. So that was kind of just thrown together at the last minute. I don't really count it as it because I wasn't really like trying. It was just kind of last minute.
Well, regardless, as long as you're in the character, you're in that mindset, and it doesn't matter if anyone recognizes that character right off the back, as long as you're happy with it, and then you believe that this is a cosplay itself, and it's going to be a cosplay. Yeah. It's almost no different than to me wearing a onesie. I go to conventions in onesie. It's really cheap. You can pick them up on Amazon for $20, $30. They're inexpensive, and they're essentially PJs. But if you're walking around the convention, you're having fun with it, then that's what counts.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with me when I was in the half off of Ichigo's hollow mask and just wearing a little tucked suit and bring my Ichigo sword around, walking around. It works out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as long as you're complete happy with it, that's all that really counts.
When I kind of finished all the armor, I finished painting it. So kind of sitting there looking at it, and I wasn't really impressed with it. So I decided to add details that weren't on the original armor piece. Like I added details similar to the chest plate, to the arms, to the gloves, to the side pieces, which was like that weird like sun kind of shape she had on the like very front of her chest plate that would branch out. It's hard to explain what it was, but that's probably what made it enjoyable for me, because after that I felt really impressed with it and I actually liked it. So before that I was kind of like, I don't know if it's like that great, but then I did that and I was like,
Well,
I love it.
Even though you add some of your taste, where it's basically is your original, your own art style.
Yeah, your own twist to it. So definitely.
I love it when I see like cosplayers that make it different. I've seen like I saw Space Mermaid's post she just did, and it was she posted somebody, I don't know if it was hers or somebody else's cosplay, but it was like a punk version of Chibi Moon from Sailor Moon. It was pretty awesome looking.
Yeah, I believe that was Sugar Light City and Space Mermaid. I think they were doing it together, and I think they debuted that at Triad Con, I think, if I remember correctly.
Really?
I believe so.
TriadCon or next TriadCon?
The one that just happened in February.
How did I miss that? That's
Yeah, well,
well. Did they go? We only went Sunday. So
they were there all weekend, I believe. So I'm not sure what their lineup was every day. Friday could have been something, and then Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. So maybe the day that you ran into them or missed them, they were just in a different costume.
Probably. I see some of these cosplayers that do 4 different cosplays in one day.
That's intense.
I can barely survive with one cosplay, let alone 4 in one day. 3 days, 4 in one day. There was this one YouTuber I watch. Her name is Mango Serene. Mango Serene. Oh, you know her? I love her. But she does her last one. She did 4 cosplays in one day, and I'm just sitting there watching her vlogs at her anime conventions. I'm just wondering, how can you survive doing that? It's just, I can't comprehend it. Like,
how intricate were the 4 different cosplays? Because you have a lot of cosplayers that will have a lot of body paint, some with a lot of armor that takes an hour just to put on. Were those 4 different costumes easy to get in and out of, do you think? Or do you think it really took 3 people together to help her get in and out of everything smoothly?
She normally does, well, what I've seen, she normally just does cloth cosplays, no armor. So they might just be easy to get in because they're just regular clothes they look like. So
yeah. What about the like makeup and stuff? They still wear the same makeup, or they have to wipe up the whole makeup and redo the whole face?
She normally just does regular anime makeup that you would normally do for cosplays, like styling like your eyebrows and everything like that. I think that's the only thing she does. Contact wigs. But I know this is other YouTuber I watch. I can't remember her name. Yinzi or something like that. But she does makeup specifically for cosplay, and she'll do specifically the eye. So she'll choose an anime character, and then she'll give you a tutorial on how to make your eye look like the anime character's eye.
Oh,
nice.
And like show where the line should be and everything. So it's really helpful. And she's has 50 plus different anime characters, and they're all on a playlist of like different series. Like there's a Fairy Tail series, there's a Naruto series, there's even an Amnesia series, if you know what the anime is.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was a dark anime.
yeah.
The anime that made me so mad at the end.
I only watched the first episode.
It's one of those animes that are meant for specific people who like confusing anime, because that's probably one of the most confusing animes I've ever watched.
I don't think it was so much confusing, because the whole part of the story was you had to find that one extra person in Amnesia, right? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different show.
Amnesia.
Oh wait, it's about. Is it? She goes through different timelines, right?
Yeah, it's based off a dating sim, so she goes to like different, like I guess quote unquote worlds.
Yeah, but every time
where
she's
she's trying to find her real boyfriend, kind of thing. Out of all like her group of friends, she doesn't remember which one's her, like real boyfriend. She has to figure it out. And at the end, they don't tell you. She has to choose like her own path.
yeah. All right, yeah. I remember watching that one as well. I'm just getting that and something else. I think I'm thinking of another.
I think she had more than one boyfriend.
Well, obviously, for this one, she definitely does. I believe this one you're talking about, is it the one where she has a one fairy kind of in and out that shows up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty much every time she goes to a different world is when she gets killed, essentially.
Yeah, she
So
gets
some
killed
of them are direct murder, some are accidents,
Some of them are really dark. Like
some gets really dark. So, yeah, okay. I know exactly
we
what
were
you're
talking
talking
about the same one. We were just thinking of like different parts of the anime.
Oh, no, initially I was thinking of another show at first.
Oh, okay.
But then as soon as you said one other thing, I was like, all right, never mind. I'm totally thinking of something else, but I do know what you're talking about.
It's funny how I recognize it too, even though I just watched the first episode.
There's a can't remember what it is called, but I just started watching it and it was starting to get really confusing. I can't even remember. It was a while ago. I kind of just lost interest in it. I can't remember what it's about. I just remember it was very, very confusing, and I just I just couldn't watch it because it's way too confusing for me.
Is it
Which one?
Is it a new series or
I think it was an older one.
older one?
I think it was more of a detective one. What is it called?
Could you describe it a little bit?
Is the girl in it? She
Yeah,
had
there's
red
a girl.
hair.
No, she doesn't have red hair. It might not be confusing for some people. It's a really popular anime. It starts in psychopath. There
Oh,
you go.
Psychopaths?
Oh, Psychopaths.
Yeah, that's definitely a much
Oh.
older one.
Yeah.
That's not a children anime. It's
To me, I think that one, if I remember correctly, that came out probably 2007, maybe
I waited
8.
for a while for second season to come out.
was there a second season?
Hold on, which one did you say? Psychopaths?
Psychopath.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of
the girl-
Chaos
Damn,
Head.
you
I'm thinking of Chaos Head.
Out of all
So yes,
you.
Psychopaths came out just not too long ago. The movie just came
movie
out
just
too.
recently,
The
too.
movie came out in theaters. We went to go watch it at the Matthews Theater 2 months ago, I think.
Yeah, it's out. I haven't watched it yet though, but
Yeah, anytime there's any an actual screening, we always try to make it there to really support the anime itself, but not only that, but this the entire industry.
Mm-hmm.
The more people or the more tickets sell, the more they're going to want to bring it to Charlotte. The more they want to show it in our theaters. So even if it's a anime that I'm not too fond of, or it's like, all right, I kind of watched it, I was kind of in and out, I still would go to watch it in the theater just to help the industry, to help bring in more shows and just bring a wider variety. There's only been a handful of things that they really had, they showed in big theaters. Everything else were in smaller theaters here or there. But yeah, it's a really good experience. It's a really good way of watching that movie in particular. I will actually say that it wasn't the movie's fault. I nodded off a little bit during the Psychopaths movie, only because that theater is the one where it has all recliners. And so it was right after work. It was, I think it showed around 7 o'clock.
Sun Valley? Or Sun Valley? Not Sun Valley. Crown Crest?
Crown Crest, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So
that's probably the most comfortable theater
it was,
I've ever been in.
so before we went to go watch it, we went to go eat at New Zealand. So we had some sushi there. And then after that, it was just after work, 7 o'clock, just had dinner, sitting down in a dark room in a recliner. I started nodding off. Not because the movie was boring by no means. It was an extremely
sure?
great movie, but it was so comfy that I did not want to get up.
See, that's when I sneak in snacks. Snacks are really, really expensive. I sneak in snacks, and I just kind of eat that as I go, and it'll keep me awake. Like, if I have a really good snack, I'll just keep eating it, and it'll keep me awake. So, because I don't want to fall asleep. I want to keep eating it, because it's so good.
Yeah, I bring in a bag of chips last time, like.
Yes.
Alright, I'm good. Yeah, like Michael's doing right now.
should try bringing one of these drinks in because they make like probably freak people out because that sounds like gunshots, like a loud pop when you open them. Bring that to a movie theater.
I'll probably be standing up trying to do that. I'm like,
No, see, the problem with those drinks I have, I'm not sure if you have the same problem, but when I really do open it, I put so much force down into it, it spills out. It just foams out and it gets everywhere.
Because you have to like let them set. You probably shook it up a bit by accident. Probably when trying to open it, you're probably shaking it and then.
No, I just have a table.
It says carbonated soft drink on it. Okay, it will do that.
It will do that. I'm not.
Oh, there's more flavors.
Go ahead and open that one.
here you go. Open it up.
I'm not opening that one. Open up this one.
All right, you do it.
All right.
All over his couch.
How do we do this? Let's see. Tear this.
Oh.
Then what?
There's this thing.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
The cap. I lost the cap.
If it goes over on your leg right now, I'll just laugh.
I'm moving my phone. I'm just moving. Okay.
Oh, he got it.
Oh wait. Okay. I'm too weak.
That kind of hurt my thumb a little bit though. Oh, you know what else?
Oh,
No, she's getting it. I heard it.
It gave me a blister.
Did that really give you a blister? Come on.
Really.
Wow.
Okay, hold on.
All right, see how you drink this thing.
I'm also hungry, so I'm like really shaky.
There's a lot. There's Pocky right in front of you. Oh, you got it.
Okay, it wasn't loud as I thought.
This thing is pain in the butt to drink.
It is. It's one of those weird caps. I've always had trouble with, like, the bottle time tops, the root beer and everything. I've always had a problem with that. Can you take the cap off? No, you can't.
I remember as a kid,
good.
we were trying to take the cap off so we can get the marble out. But that was just so much work.
Yeah, a group of friends brought them to church, and they're all trying to take the marble out. Eventually, just gave up after 10 minutes.
You're just gonna give up. There's no. It's so hard to get it out.
I think I'm about to give up drinking this because it's making some weird noise.
I think it's good. There's also
It's good though.
muscat. I don't know. Muscat flavor. It looks like grape. It looks like a grape. So.
Hot and spicy, and no, I'm not eating this.
Why? Is it really spicy?
No, I can't handle spicy food.
Oh. I'm like a big spice fan. Pockies are my favorite though. I love Pockies. I'll get them all the time at the Asian market.
Yeah.
Like I'll say like, oh, I'm gonna get one pack, but then I get like a bunch. Green tea is my favorite.
I went to the Asian store too as well, and I saw the Oreo one. So I was like, let me
Oreo
try
one's
that one out,
good.
and I wasn't fun of it.
If it's an Oreo drink, I can't do it.
Oreo drink?
No,
We're talking about Pockies.
I know. What? I'm thinking of something else.
We're talking about Pocky.
All right.
Pockies, they say.
Pocky.
I haven't had dinner yet. I'm extremely not.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
haven't either yet.
obviously, you're thinking much more clear than I am.
I like the original Pocky.
Here, do you want one? I'll throw it to you.
Chocolate. And bing.
I have really bad aim. Sorry.
Caught it.
I
Caught it.
Got it.
Caught it.
Caught it.
It's a little broken. But I got it.
Blame it on somebody.
I hate these small packs actually because even though they're supposed to make you eat less of them, I still eat more of them because they're so little on these. If you're gonna make packets within packets, you have to make the smaller packets bigger. So I'm not tempted to eat the entire bag in one sitting because there's only like 5 or 7 in these. So I get the big boxes. Those get a lot in them, but then I eat those up in like one sitting.
Yeah.
I eat old products in one sitting, so
I'm not a big chocolate fan.
really, I
It's
love
not chocolate. It's
I mean,
strawberry.
it's not-
Yeah, I
that's
can tell.
hence why I bought the strawberry.
I can tell you like.
Oh, it's all strawberry.
Oh,
It's
this
all
one is-
strawberry. There's nothing
double one.
chocolate.
Wait, this is a double one, so this is chocolate and strawberry.
Oh,
There's
so
a
you
plus
do like
there.
chocolate.
No, that's for her or you. I was thinking about the guests here. It's not all about me.
Sure. Did I see strawberry?
You did every good besides the shrimp because I'm allergic to shrimp and
See?
shellfish.
See?
So
See?
Oh, the shrimp is mine.
That's why I switched to the Pockies.
Shrimp is mine. Don't touch my shrimp.
And then I don't know what they had these at the convention at the Japanese station, and Undertaker got some. I didn't try it. It smelled interesting though.
You should bring it back to her, because I think she was saying that her mom ate the entire bag in like
what?
almost
This?
those.
She
Yeah,
got like 5 of them.
I could probably eat all 5 of them bags.
Are they good? I haven't tried them. I'm gonna
they're
finish
really
my
good.
Pockies first,
I like
so.
them. Especially when I'm at work, I'm just
I
gonna
have
start snacking and
I have
everything.
a feeling we just might have just snacking instead. Continue.
Caption the podcast.
Snack
Captain.
chat.
Yeah.
Snack
Snapchat.
Snack chat.
We should make an app,
I
a
don't
snack
eat-
chat,
I
where
don't eat-
people. No, they make an amino app for just snacks, so you can talk to people who also like the same snacks as you.
We should open up.
They do have a baking dating app where it will match you to your best bacon pair that you like.
Really?
Yeah, it will match you to if you like. It'll get your personality and everything. It'll match you like, oh, you would like crispy, oily, and it's like, or like crispy, flat, like crispy edges, or like you would like turkey crispy bacon. Like it'll tell you specifically
Nice.
what you would like.
Speaking of
It's
the
pretty
amino app,
popular.
if you are attending Animazement next week, which we're all attending.
Except for me. 'Cause I'm a
Oh,
loser.
really?
Yeah,
Why
I
not?
said that in the chat.
Oh.
What chat?
Proof he
The
doesn't
two of
pay
us, except for
attention.
her, are going. But if you are attending, we do have a group chat going on in the Mimo app. It's just labeled Animazement 2016. Animazement is fully spelled out. Join us in the chat, and hopefully we can meet up. We have some members baking cookies, cakes, and bringing it around.
So effective.
I'm bringing sodas, and I believe Sunday we're all meeting up all together. 'Cause
Are
some
bringing
people
the
are just
scary
coming.
drinks?
Was
Are you
it?
bringing the scary drinks?
I should.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna sell those there. So even if I don't,
True.
I'm probably just gonna go there and buy a ton of them.
There's another
Scary drink.
anime con, I think somewhere in July. I took a
July
screenshot.
is gonna be also here in Charlotte. It's gonna be HoshiCon.
Yes, that one.
Yes, I'm looking to. So
And that one's sponsored by big companies,
Yes.
like Funimation and Viz Media.
it was
So that's
originally started in California. It's a California-based company. They had their first one here 3 years ago at a hotel near the airport. They were there for 3 years straight. Last year, where I met some of the members in the Mino app, me and Tony went there. We got there at 12 o'clock on Saturday, and they Cloud said we can no longer sell tickets. We hit maximum capacity. And so that's why then this larger venue, so they can accommodate the bigger crowds.
HoshiCon is more known than IchibanCon, but it's like it's I'd say it's bigger than IchibanCon, but lesser known than IchibanCon. So it's better funded. It's bigger. Probably has a bigger
cheaper.
thing. Cheaper too.
Much
by
cheaper.
like $10. Okay.
Yeah.
IchibanCon is $25, I think, if you want just a one-day ticket. And then
I think it was like 55 for the whole weekend.
for it's $15 for HoshiCon, isn't it? $15 or $20?
Something like that.
For
I'm not sure
one
about
day?
what it's going to be this year. I haven't looked at the actual tickets. They did do pre-order tickets already. I missed that window, so I'm going to try to catch it before it runs out completely.
I just took a screenshot like just before this.
Thankfully, it's in a hotel down the street from my work. I work in downtown Charlotte, so I think that Friday, if I'm working that Friday during lunch, I'm just going to walk down there and just hang out and go back to work.
July 15th
Lucky
to
you.
the 17th.
When is it?
July 15th through the 17th. But I think that's going to interfere with Charlotte Comic Con.
No, that's not until August, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
So
A couple
you-
years ago it was July, the first time.
Yeah, so it's going to be a month in between, or just the other month.
Yeah.
So thankfully, yeah, it won't interfere with that. There shouldn't be any competition between where Lava's going, unless you are going to multiple cons. Another con that we're planning on going in, I think, is July.
Is it the Asheville one?
No, it's Otakon in Baltimore.
There's one, the Asheville Anime Regional Convention.
Yeah, Asheville. That's in August as well, right?
That's in July. Well, yeah, July 30th.
Oh, July 30th.
I guess
so,
August. I guess you can
yeah,
say
it's because it's the very end. So yeah, actually last year you wanted to go to that one, Tony, but we got busy and we couldn't go.
Go where? Go where?
Asheville.
Asheville? Oh, yeah.
So we could probably hit that. It's the Asheville Gaming.
They're just.
Yeah,
it's
you
a
got it, Michael?
magnet.
No.
You're gonna
Dude.
crush
Oh, is
it.
another one?
No, save some for me. How much are there? There's 2 left.
Oh,
That one's broken.
too bad. You be alright. That worked. That's still
I don't want that one.
You can get that one.
Anyways, talking about Animazement, you're gonna have some plans ready. No, wait. No, never mind. You're not going.
Do it again.
I'm still not thinking
It's
straight.
a 3-hour drive. I don't have my own car yet. Maybe in 2 years I'll go because I have my own car. Hopefully, I know how to drive. But now I don't. I don't even have a car, so I can't go. None of my family members would be willing to drive me 3 hours.
Well, I
Maybe if you know.
I also don't have money. I can't get. I want to save the money up for. It's in a week. Okay, it's in a week. It's a little too late.
did. A little last minute, too.
Yeah.
Think how many last minutes that
Yeah, you
we
tell
just
me
went
about
on.
it. Y'all two walk in. Well, Mike and Kevin walked in, and like, okay, y'all got your pass. In the line. Holy crap! I'm all the way back here for.
It was like an hour and a half wait.
Yeah, I was like an hour and a half wait. Y'all already in there walking around. Yeah. Then came back like, hey. Walked back in again.
The thing is, if you wear a cosplay to a convention, you do a little less shopping and a little less of the activities. You just walk around because people always like. That's what if you cosplay, you just walk around
I
like in
believe that.
circles. Because that's what I did. That's what I basically did at TriadCon and at the Comic-Con. Is I just walked around. One, because Comic-Con, there's really nothing to do. There's only one room, giant shopping center, and I already seen everything like 5 times. Well, you just walk around when you're cosplaying, and you just take pictures with people. And
Yep. And
Eventually
pretty much
you're
as
done.
photographers, that's all you're doing. If you don't have booked shoots and you're going to whichever locations that you've booked, you're pretty much just walking around and you're taking pictures of the entire crowd. You're doing a lot of press media type of stuff. So
Sounds nice.
yeah, that's pretty much all we do. If we're not in a panel, if we're not sitting down watching a movie or something, we're pretty much just walking around all day taking pictures and just having fun with it, just being goofy with all the other attendees. But you also are in the middle of another project right now, are you not?
I'm not in the middle, more the beginning. But I am making, from Fairy Tale, I'm doing an Ursa cosplay. And it's kind of like my own design because a lot of her armor is very revealing. And I'm not kind of person. And so I'm making my own set of armor that's completely covered, making my own dress and everything. And the dress will have pockets so I can carry my phone in a wallet without carrying an annoying bag.
And the Pocky?
And a pocket, yeah. I'll just
And
carry an
pocket.
emergency. I'll just carry an emergency box. Pocket for
Emergency
laundry.
stash, just slowly pulling them out.
I have a rough draft of it. A lot of it, looking over, like as soon as I started, like kind of designing everything, I kind of realized like I need to change a bunch of stuff. And it's just kind of a rough draft of her armor. I'm calling it her Forest Empress because she has armor to defend against lightning, fire, and water, but she doesn't have one for ground and earth. So I decided like, hey, I'll call it the Forest Empress because forest kind of equals the ground, plants, and everything like that. This is really the rough draft, how I'm going to style her hair and everything. I'm probably going to make like a helmet of some sorts because I haven't done that. It'd be really cool. And I have Warbler to work with now, so I'm going to try to go a little bit more out there.
Did I actually see that one?
Yeah. I've already designed the front of it for the most part. Testing out the colors, everything.
Oh, nice.
This is going to be the front piece right here. And I'm going to try to make it kind of rose color gold so it fits in with the green kind of dress I'm going to have. And so It's gonna be kind of like this triangle shaped, kind of like look like a leaf. I might actually make it a leaf, like a golden leaf, kind of, because it is forest. I'm gonna have the fairy tale emblem on the front of it because if people may not recognize that certain character, because besides like for red hair and everything, because it's not her, one of her, obviously not none of her known armors, because I made it myself. So I'm gonna have the fairy tale emblem like right there in the center so people know. I'm also gonna have dual wielding swords, and which is gonna be interesting to carry around because last time I was carrying a sword around, it kept hitting people in the head. But I'm gonna try to keep one, say I'm gonna have like a different color tip on one of them, and that's gonna have like a poison tip to it, kind of thing. It's all kind of just rough ideas. I'm already changing a lot of things. I have the back too. It's somewhat what the back will look like. And these little chains up here, I'm planning to do like this kind of chain detailing. I'm just chain kind of detailing in the back, kind of like necklaces. And I'm adding a touch of pink because are you doing that?
Oh, you!
Oh.
I'm like, wow, already like freaking 12. And Kevin over here too.
And I'm planning to add like a touch of pink because I know Urza kind of likes to have like that kind of girly charm to her every once in a while. So I'm adding a little bit of pink in her for her. That's what I got so far. I've already kind of started on like the designing and everything like that. So I already have like a lot of pieces, like wrapping duct tape around myself, like getting measurements, like the back piece.
Oh, that's just the test fitment?
Yeah, like no, that's the front piece. Like this is the bottom, like stomach piece, and then this is like the top piece. It's gonna be the back piece. And then I have the part that's gonna go underneath Warblood is craft foam. This is what I made my regular armor out of.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Craft foam. And this is gonna be the back piece. It's all just a rough draft.
And is Warblood more of a thermoplastic or is
yeah,
it?
it's a thermoplastic. This is just plain foam.
Yeah.
Like,
which is lighter too, because
Yeah, it
especially
is
if you were
lighter.
trying to make it out of like real metal.
Because it's foam, it gets really hot. So I was
True.
practicing
It
this one.
doesn't.
Warblood, since it's plastic, it's gonna be good. And then a bunch more rough sketches.
What's your idea so far for the arm part that you thinking about making?
Oh, the arm part, where is it? I had it. I don't think I drew it yet, but I did do it. This piece right here, I kind of just, again, wrapped my arm. I wrapped my arm, saran wrap, and then I covered it in duct tape, cut it up, and then it would come out like this. So I'm planning to have, so it's kind of like a rough kind of thing, see how it would fit on me. I have a long sleeve on. And it's gonna like kind of look something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's gonna probably give you again. I'm thinking about leaf kind of detailing on it because it's a forest. I'm gonna be able to bend my arm like this and everything. Or I could also do it where it's like this, so I get a little bit more movement.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
that would help
that.
you out better that way.
But this way, I don't know.
That way is actually more like a protection shield.
Which way? This way?
This way.
That way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then
so
you
can
can go like
block.
this, block, whatever.
Yeah. So that's what I got for that part. And for the sides, I'm just planning to use like little snaps you'd sew on, but I'm gonna hot glue it on. So you're gonna have like snaps right there, so I can just connect the pieces. So that can be two separate pieces. I have the shoulder piece. I'm gonna also, for the kind of the upper arm, I'm gonna have like this kind of swirling kind of bracelet kind of thing. I don't know, I just kind of drew it on there and it looks cool.
I was just curious about that too. Like, what are you planning to make that out of?
That's gonna be Warblood as well.
Oh, is it?
It's gonna kind of look, it's gonna be this piece right here. That's
Yeah.
like right next to her arm.
Yeah, it's like
That
twisting
one.
around her upper arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I might make it. I was planning to make it connect to the actual chest plate, but then I realized it would be hard to get into. So I'm just gonna make this the spiral part
Separately.
separate completely. Then I think that's it actually. Blank pieces of paper of things I have yet to do. That's basically all of my rough sketches. I'm kind of gonna go from that because I'm not really good at planning ahead. I just do it, and then I'll figure out what I need to do as I do it. So
We're getting along very well. We never plan anything.
Well, I do try to plan, but turns out loose like, man, freak the plan. All right, I'm just gonna go with it.
We wing half of the stuff we do, if not more than half.
Yeah.
But we're getting better. I mean, it's as we all say, it's always experience. It's always things that we learn and pick up.
Munching over here.
Munch, munch, munch.
I got the last one. 'Cause you guys are holding it. You have like 3 each. I only had one. That's like the second one. So. A bunch of strawberry stuff. Because you don't like chocolate. It's a shame. Shame on you. I prefer chocolate over like any other flavor.
I can't do chocolate. It's
Chocolate or dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
nah. Yeah, if I'm gonna do chocolate, I'm gonna at least do milk
I love
chocolate.
dark chocolate.
It's too bitter for me. I need something a little
Yeah.
bit sweeter. I like milk chocolate.
It
It's
depends.
smoother and creamier.
It depends on the time. There's percentage of cocoa. So if you have like a 99% cocoa, that chocolate will be 99% cocoa and it'll be very, very, very bitter. I've had it. It's still really good. I probably can take one like a teeny corner and that'll be good. And then any more will be really bitter, like bitter than like regular black coffee. And then there's normally they make dark chocolate around like 40, I think, percent cocoa, so it's not as bitter, but it's still a bit non-sweet, and it's healthier for you to say. Dark chocolate's healthier.
Yeah, dark chocolate is healthy. I was about to say that too. But the only dark chocolate I would eat is the green mint chocolate. Dark chocolate. You know when you get it for like after a restaurant, whatever.
Oh.
Them little green little pack.
You know what candy would taste horrible without dark chocolate is York patties.
York-
I love York patties. Haven't I had those? York patties?
Yeah, York, those silver York peppermint patties.
With the white filling in it.
Oh, okay. Now I know what it is. Yeah.
Those would taste horrible with milk chocolate. I'm just saying. Dark
I
chocolate.
never had it with milk chocolate, but I
don't
hardly
think they
taste
make
any
it.
chocolate in it because I'm there more for the mint than anything else.
I'm still eating.
Well,
Ow, I bit my lip.
we're getting pretty close toward the end. We're pretty close to 45 minutes. So, yeah, it was great having you as a guest. We should definitely do this a little more often. Any last things you'd like to add before we sign off?
Oh, I do have to mention this. But if you're if you like SFX or like makeup tutorials, I'm planning to start a YouTube channel very, very soon. Hopefully within the next month. I don't know. It really depends. But whenever I have my first video up, I'll probably post it somewhere, Facebook or something. So.
Speaking of Facebook, or where can they find you now? Where can they find your work? Is there a Facebook page they can go out to find your work, or an Instagram, or anything?
I'm probably gonna make another Instagram account, so for just like cosplay and makeup. So that'll go up very soon. Once it's up, maybe you can like put it in the description. I'll give you the ad link and you can put it in the description.
Definitely. And for us, it's pretty simple. Facebook.com/convention shenanigans. Instagram would be convention_shenanigans. We couldn't get it all in one word, so we had to break it up. And I think those are the only two things we're on right now. Oh, and YouTube. YouTube, just search Convention Shenanigans, 2 words. You'll find us there as well. And hopefully this would be out before we go to Animazement. So I really hope that if anyone catches this beforehand, I really hope to see you guys there. Hope we can run into each other, take some pictures, goof off, etc. After that, hope we can run into you in HoshiCon, Otakon, etc. So yeah, any last things you can add, Tony? No? Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. I'm extremely glad as well for anyone who watched our Facebook Live of this as well. Appreciate everyone out there who's tuned in. And this is Mike Fuyi. Have a good day.
No, I cannot drink this.